Are we ready for GreenPill?
We're ready for you. How are you doing, Mekail? Are you guys going to be on
Ready.
one microphone, or you?
Jade is in New Jersey. I'm in Denver, so we're gonna switch back and
Oh,
forth. I'm gonna give like a kind of brief little. Here, actually, we're not gonna share our screen, but I'll turn my camera on for you guys too. Nice. Not that that's gonna add too much because I'm kind of dark in here. But yeah, we'll
hmm
bounce back and forth. Jade's got some insights on kind of what the network's been up to a little bit lately, and I was gonna kind of start us off. I think Graven's got a pretty good segue into kind of helping us describe a little bit of what we do with Greenpill Network. So I can give a brief example of an event we threw for ETH Denver this year too. We had Graven alongside a few other sort of regenerative sort of projects come in and share their ideas. So with Greenpill, we're essentially a network of a collective, let's say as well too, of coders, entrepreneurs, like marketers that kind of really focus on regenerative like systems and building out and shipping those locally. So we have chapters globally. I think maybe 50 or 60 total. So many are active. Jade has some better numbers on exactly how many are relatively considered active right now. But it's pretty fun. Our main goal is kind of just bringing people together and creating what we call sort of cross pollination. So finding symbiosis between projects. You know, you see GeoWeb and you might find another project sort of in the similar space and similar realms, and we'll kind of work on like helping pair them together if we can, like helping give them a platform so they can also find similar projects or systems where they can also kind of bounce their sort of projects with too. So kind of an open space for that. Um, might pass this to Jade for a quick second if you want to kind of dive into what some of the chapters have been doing lately.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, what's up, MetaGame fam? Thank you so much for having us and super excited to dive into Greenpill. But yeah, like Mekail was saying, we are a network that is primarily operating through local chapters. We've been established for around a year now, so we're still fairly new. We have around like 12 active chapters, but I think we have around like 20 to 30 chapters across the globe. And currently we're kind of like experimenting more so in organizing through guilds, which allow for cross collaboration. So some of the chapters that I'd like to highlight and what they're doing are we have LA, who is running a Sylvie projects or pilots. So they're tracking the progress of planting trees as well as heading the Dev Guild. They were just awarded an optimism grant, I believe, in helping with the impact evaluation framework. We have Brazil, who is focused on planting, education, cleanups, and composting. Then Nigeria, which is focused on establishing multiple chapters within Nigeria, doing cleanups, planting trees, partnering with Tregens, onboarding through universities. Ottawa is more so focused on urban farming solutions. We have New York, who is focused on community meetups and running QF rounds. Mexico, who's focused on DSI, onboarding, marketing, education workshops. Japan's focused on translating the Greenpill podcasts and writing articles and onboarding. Fangan is primarily focused on cleanups and QF local rounds. And then Kenya is focused on experimenting with regenerative farming and onboarding. And then we have Denver, which Mekail and I run, and we're focused primarily on education and governance and heading the Governance Guild. And within the Governance Guild, we're setting up study groups actually for Token Engineering Academy's newest study season program, which is going on right now. Super exciting. I'm gonna drop the link in the program in the chat. Um, and yeah, so they're essentially offering 8 live tracks that are going over, I think it's happening from now to the end of July. And they're going over essentially different aspects of token engineering, which is a new emerging discipline in understanding the design and optimization of token-based systems and economies. So it's super exciting, and we're going to be focused on setting up study groups for the governance aspects of the live tracks and modules that they're offering. And yeah, so GreenPill is essentially the chapters have a wide range of interests from reforestation, urban farming, governance, DeSci, and education. Um, and yeah, I think I'll hand it off back to Mekail to kind of go more in depth of Denver and how to start a chapter.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get out of. Okay, return to the Discord app. I'm gonna send an invite to the GreenPill server as well too, so you can find local chapters if you are in an area and you're curious if you have a project that you want to ship out locally, maybe get some people to test it and stuff. This can be a great place to kind of drop your project, get some people to check it out as well too, and find or start a chapters. Jade and I used to go around during conferences too, and we would set up GreenPill events at several conferences and try to target a local to take on the chapter to sort of kind of help create some structure and run it relatively. All right, I got this. I'm gonna drop this on the side chat too. And then, boop. We are running a study session, yes, with the Token Academy, Token Engineering TEA. It's really great, really cool stuff. So we are also focused on governance a lot as well. Like SQF and batch-based like quadratic funding that GeoWeb is building with a lot too is something we're really kind of interested in playing with different mechanisms and like voting mechanisms on how you're distributing it and weighing different sort of options and stuff. So kind of exploring that. What do you think, Jade? We're going to be doing a lot of the studying in our mini group Ninit, which is kind of like a local community kind of focused on the studying and stuff too. I'll drop one in there too. If anyone's interested in study sessions around token engineering, specifically related to governance as well too, I'm going to drop another quick little link and you can hop in here, drop something in the welcome channel, and we'll get you some roles for that as well too. Shimona, it's pretty small, but that's growing. So that's kind of the gist of Denver as well too. Doing a lot of that, having meetups once a month. So I think a lot of chapters kind of have different timelines. Some meet maybe like bi-weekly, some meet once a month. Some are active, some aren't. So there's a majority of those. And I think that's kind of a general gist of like what we've been up to with GreenPill. Everything for the most part. I know right now we're actively developing a lot of the guilds and kind of getting those running. So if you want to be a part of that, you can really just hop in, drop some messages in the channels, and really steer it however you want. It's in early development for the most part, I think. So a lot of the structure's still ready to be refined, how people sort of want. And I think we're definitely like looking for people to kind of pitch in, give their ideas, and kind of like help push the network however they want it to go. If you want to start a local chapter focused on specific sort of things, then it's pretty open on what we can do with that. So yeah. I don't know if I missed anything. What do you think, Jade?
Yeah, I
We
think you're
both know
right.
you could talk.
I think that it's GreenPill is still in like its early kind of like development phase, and we're experimenting with the local chapters and like the guilds. So yeah, I'd say that yeah.
Yeah, and we have some books too. If you guys are familiar with the Greenpill podcast, we've got like the My Copy and the Greenpill Network book as well too. So we're kind of exploring like, how can like mycelium networks be translated into economic system designs, and how can we kind of ship that out and test out those systems too and kind of push those sort of things forward as well too. So it's pretty exciting, juicy stuff. It's pretty spread out, pretty diverse, but yeah. What do you think, Tommy? We should we hit anything else? I might have missed a couple points because I
I
Didn't write
mean,
anything down.
no, you're good. We definitely have some more time here. We can keep discussing. You mentioned the GreenPill podcast, which is something that Owaki's been doing, right? Which is amazing. If you haven't checked out this episode, you
Are you
should
dropping
definitely
the
add it.
Scaffold ETH episode?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great one.
I streamed this 3 times in a row the other day in Townhall stage. For anyone that didn't have a chance to catch it, I'll do it 3 times in a row again until everybody watches it. I think it's a very, very good episode. Something that's cool about I noticed from Greenpill podcasts right now too is they're on pods.media, so you can collect all the pods. You can collect all the podcast on, I believe it's on Polygon as part of like the lens. Also, yeah, Graven just recorded a Greenpill SQF episode, so that should be out next Tuesday. Look at that, crossing all the meta bridges here. Everything goes together. We're all one big family. Milwaukee does a really great job on the podcast. I am a shitty host in any sort of comparison, so we have a lot to learn
No,
from
you're
Greenpill for sure.
great. You're killing it.
Um, but yeah, I love how you guys are changing the world from the basement, from a basement near somebody. And Jade, I really appreciate how
Basement near
you
you.
repped your whole community and kind of went through and gave a shout out to everyone that's doing stuff. That was really awesome. Um, do you guys have any links for any current
Rounds?
while we're talking? Yeah, while we're
No,
talking
I
about
don't think so.
who's got really you got all these chapters and you
We
don't? I
had
saw a couple of
rounds.
I
So
saw a
there
couple
might
of
be some
on
chapters
Giveth.
active.
I saw some on Giveth. I saw like maybe
Mhm,
Greenpill Brazil, Greenpill Nigeria or something on Giveth.
mhm. Yeah,
Can
we
you find those?
recently yeah, I can find those. We recently did a community round with partnering with Octant where Green Pill specific chapters and like partners who have worked with Green Pill applied for those. And I believe we had like 40 projects that were distributed 10 ETH for matching funds. And yeah, so that was awesome. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we were a part of that as Denver, so we were kind of like we're still playing around with a little bit of that funding. We're gonna start a local QF round within Denver here next month. I think there's a project that cleans up like local trails and parks and stuff, kind of in Colorado as well too. So we're gonna encourage them in a few projects to kind of hop on that. But we're pushing with that funding right now. So I know Greenpill Network in general is not on any rounds, but specific chapters can be. I'm finding those too, so I'll drop some in here if I can find some. We wrote a whole
Nice.
proposal
Yeah,
out,
maybe.
but we thought we are gonna wait till next round and just focus on building right now. We're
Well,
one
I'm
of the
really
very
excited
few.
to test out the SQF type things too. I think Graven makes a very good point on how stressful it is to like be ready every quarter or be ready every time or rounds. You have other stuff going on. You kind of have to like drop everything and switch gears to like, oh no, now we're going to be in a grant round and let's all shout
Mhm.
at people on the same week to hold out our hands and stop everything that we're doing so that we can participate. And I mean, the rounds are really amazing. Obviously, they've propelled the system and the ecosystem in many many ways, but um, it can be a little bit overwhelming on both the people participating and the people that are like, oh, it's that time again. Let me just not look at Twitter for a week. So I put the link here for the Podstop Media. I think it's really cool that you can collect the podcast on chain. Metagame's looking to jump onto pods soon too. Right now we have a couple different podcasts that you can find on Anchor and Spotify. Um, I'll put the links here on the side too. That we have the Meta View, we have Humans of Metagame, and they're great podcasts that happen with Keith and Times with Zero that are exploring more in-depth conversations with people. So it would be cool to maybe we can expand our podcast realm and do something more on the meta regen side, so we can have some more in-depth conversations like this and have a little bit of crossover. We can have you guys on. We can invite some other people. I know that everyone in this call is pretty active in some cool stuff. It sounds like, or whether you're running a triathlon or going to regen conferences in Italy and on and on. Like we have some pretty, we're building solar communes out in the desert. We've got some cool people hanging around. So it'd be cool to have longer conversations and podcasts.
Yeah, I didn't know you could collect these.
Yeah, it's super cool. You can collect them. So I think you can collect them. I don't know if it automatically shows up on the lens graph or you can just post that, but it's pretty awesome that you can collect them. So I've tried to make sure to post that rather than just the YouTube, although YouTube is handy too, because YouTube, I don't think on the pods you can see the video. It's just the audio, and the video is pretty cool too because you get to see Austin's dance. You gotta see the dance. So
It's a huge part.
it's a huge part. Does anyone have any questions? Chime in. I see you kind of like lighting up green a couple times here. Did you want to chime in and say something? No. But I did see you sent me some awesome media that I will add to the Metafist Croatia site.
Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. I stepped away from it.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Kind of.
Yeah, I stepped away from the computer for a minute. I had to do something.
Nice. Well, welcome back. Anybody else in the audience want to chime in on either GreenPill or GeoWeb or the crossover? Obviously, there's a lot of crossover. I mean, you guys are even partially in the same place, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, small world physically and virtually. I'm a huge fan of both Mekail and Jade. I've met Jade at at Eat Denver hackathon, Mekail some other time before then, but they're awesome people doing great stuff. And yeah, pollination, cross pollination, like we're just all open, we're building in the open, we're learning, educating in the open, cross pollinating all these things, composing the things together. And appreciate they've given me a platform to talk about SQF previously. And hopefully we can give everyone a tool to go make the impact that they're most passionate about and do it sustainably. So it's all circular.
Amazing. Are you in Denver right now?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. When's
Well,
our next this is a little off topic, but when's the next Cryptorado meetup?
next Thursday.
Sweet.
If you're around, hopefully we'll get to hang while you're in town.
I will be. I will be.
Sweet.
I don't do as good of a job at keeping up on like online and social media when things are occurring, so I'm always a word of mouth kind of guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. I'll be there. Sweet. Yeah, thanks again for letting us kind of share and stuff. It's exciting to keep kind of pushing this stuff out, see it continuously growing, more interest. Soon enough Americans in the world will be interested. We'll be taking this stuff on. I give it 2 years.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is
yeah.
great stuff, guys. Thanks for speaking.
Thanks, Noah.
I know you
It's
have
good
more.
seeing you here.
I know you have more to say than that. Come on, Noah.
I'm just listening, man. Just listening today.
But
Keeping
you
it
have
nice
such
and
good
easy.
information.
All
I'm
his
just
hidden
like
secret
filling
IP.
in the space. Thanks, Matt. Not everyone can obviously hear within the audio recording that we will have, but we've had a lot of activity on the side chat too. So thank you everyone for being so active today and excited and participating and sharing links and seeing the benefit and the power of the cross pollination. As Noah says, always be planting, EBP. plant those seeds.
Always be
Um,
planted.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, the
Yeah.
double activity in the one call, I think, is something that's really valuable just for efficiency and everything. And then on top of that, talking about the multiple topics, it's just great pollination, man.
Well, speaking of pollination and speaking about great topics, if anyone here wants to send me DM a wallet address, I will send you enough seed to buy a GeoWeb parcel today. I'll send you one seed. I think that should cover it. If not, let me look at the price. But so we'll do a kind of a double arbitrage opportunity. I'm going to give you a seed so that you can go buy a parcel. I think that would work. Maybe I shouldn't do it that way, but I will help. Well, send me an address if you want to buy a parcel today, and I will make sure that happens. Boom, boom, DMs, ding, 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 ding. No. Did you say airdrop? For anyone listening in the future, there will be some random POAPs and opportunities throughout calls. So join. You never know when it's going to happen. It might be randomly, but I'm going to try to do more community engagement and some drops here or there. So a little bit more incentive to be present and participate. So next week, I hope to see 2,000 airdrop hunters in the chat. But
I'll be bot farming it. Don't worry.
oh, look, we have Mekail number 1, Mekail number 2, Mekail number 3.
Me and my
Yeah,
army.
exactly. Careful what you
Greenpill
wish
fan
for.
12.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was getting at, Graven. It's like, gotta be careful with how I say this. We're gonna get a bunch of people, but
Yeah, it's you never know when it hits, and then it goes on the message boards. We've been around forever. We were in GG 8 or 9. We just did a simple pull app for people that donated to us, and we ended up getting like our server was swarmed by like thousands of people trying to get this pull app. I was like, "You donate?" And they're like, "No." Yeah. So, I mean, we were doing a very low tech solution for handing these things out, and it got pretty wild, all for a little POAP. So, yeah, this arbitrage opportunity with claiming GeoWeb land parcels, haven't been like advertising it too much because we want people to actually care about this stuff. We want to reward people to
right.
help bootstrap the network, but like if you're just like claiming parcels and then gonna ditch them, like that defeats the purpose. So just leaking the alpha like very quietly.
Yeah, and I guess that's what I'm kind of saying here for the people I saw in the side chat. People were interested or already trying to buy like a parcel, or maybe even like Chris Leach, who had a parcel that was on the old ceramic setup. She was trying to showcase what she had already on her parcel.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the people that here that actually want to participate, I feel like, let's make sure that happens, because I would love to cross pollinate. I've got a few DMs already from some media, so I can try to put it on the parcel. Time Ed, maybe after the call, I can help you figure out how to buy it too.
And there is a share feature in there. Sorry, we're kind of veering back into
Nice.
GeoWeb stuff. But if you click on a parcel, there's kind of like the 3-dot menu on it. You can share a link to the parcel and people can navigate straight to it. So click the 3-dot menu, copy a shareable link, and you'll get something like that. I'll send a better parcel, and you can navigate straight to a parcel. So that makes it easier to share your claim.
Someone buy
Sure.
that National Western Complex. That way, when we start doing AR at ETH Denver,
That is some people already have it, so you could go.
nice.
They've been probably squatting on it since then. It looks like maybe some of them are even in foreclosure. You could go snatch them up for free.
Buy
Someone
them
let
out, man. Become the
yeah
digital real estate tycoon, Mekail.
yeah
Let's run
exactly.
this monopoly of the
I love
GeoWeb.
it.
I'll share one that I'll share a link to one that is in foreclosure, and you can claim it for free.
Oh, sweet.
Foreclosure, I love it. We need like a foreclosure marketplace.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah, bro, auction them off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes into reverse Dutch auction if you stop paying your fees. And
Okay.
There you go.
it eventually reaches 0, so it goes back into circulation. Anyone can claim it.
Big brain. Big brain.
I love that meme, Co. All your base are belong to us. Awesome, very cool. For GreenPill, what is the next most recent thing that we can come contribute or join?
I would say our weekly and bi-weekly calls. We have, I think we call them stewards calls, but they're pretty open to the public, and I think we should try to encourage more public people to join and try to kind of like decentralize some of the underlying structure a little bit more. So our next one's going to be on May 2nd, next Thursday. And then the day after that is a governance guild call. So we'll get some stuff rolling up in there as well too. So I'd hop in, tune in for that call, and then I wonder if we can maybe set up something sooner potentially too, because I know we have our study season coming up right around the corner. So we want to kind of get that ball rolling a little earlier than then. What do you think, Jade? How should we push that out into the GreenPill as well? I think maybe we'll do a call on because yeah, today's Friday. Yeah, all right, next week I guess is gonna be like the quickest, soonest one.
Yeah,
It's a pretty
we're gonna
slow
start
moving.
the study sessions like next week because the live tracks start next week. I believe like 4 of them are running like all like simultaneously for the month of May, and then another 4 for the month of June. So yeah, I think we'll just start the study groups and
There's
invite
that.
people to join and participate and learn together and grow, and so yeah, I think that's how we'll do it.
You can also assign a role. There's an assign a role channel in the Discord server. You should be able to find like there's roles for Canada, Germany, Japan, Peru, India, Brazil, Chicago, Boston, New York, LA. A variety of a lot of spaces, and if there isn't one, then I think yeah, we should just start one. Even if there's not like a solid steward and role, I think like still getting the channel created and kind of creating a place for organization is still valid. So hop in there, find a place where you're kind of located, claim that role, and if it doesn't exist, then let us know. And we'll put something together. And then from there too, it's like if any of you guys in here want to like have local meetups, do really like regenerative events, if you're having events for like even GeoWeb, for example, if they're hosting their own event where they're doing some like demos and stuff and having some lunch, that's a perfect place where I would go into the GreenPill channel as well too and just drop a link in there and be like, what's up, GreenPill Denver friends? GeoWeb's going to be doing this, and I think that's kind of like one of the main initiatives that we were trying to drive forward is making this open and collaborative space so people feel kind of like comfortable and like welcome to kind of like share their events, their projects and ideas as well too. As long as they're not like rug pulls, or I guess it's just got to be somewhat regenerative. Open source protocols is usually where it sits, but I think that's kind of most of the people that end up finding their way into it anyways. So yeah, that's
What
your
about
guys'
that
tasks to
GreenPill?
get.
What about that GreenPill Pepe party you guys threw in New York City?
Oh, that was not actually the GreenPill network.
Are you kidding me? I went there with all my regen gear on.
That was by then. It's funny. We have Wasabi in the GreenPill network who runs, I think, the Dominican Republic. But yeah, there was a GreenPill party in New York by somebody named Wasabi, but he runs the Wasabi network, which is like a separate protocol. But they actually do really cool stuff as well. They're pretty awesome. But I think the GreenPill was like Pepe pilled. They were calling it the GreenPill for Pepe. So it's a
Thought
little
I'd just throw
tricky.
some little tricky confusion in there for us.
There's a
Yeah,
few GreenPill links and comments out there that It's the term GreenPill is older than the GreenPill network, so you definitely run into a few
Yes,
interesting.
be careful when you're looking up your know your meme. Maybe don't post it here. Know your meme has some information there for you if you need to learn about GreenPill.
Yeah, some of the origins.
Some of the origins. And as far as Ninit goes, you're doing Web3 Wednesdays still?
We do Web3 Wednesdays about every Wednesday. Sometimes they're pretty casual and chill. We won't have any people on. It's just kind of like, all right, we're just hopping in, kind of just vibing, talking about what we've been up to, what's been interesting and stuff. And then I'd say about 2 to 3 times out of each month, we'll have about half of the Web3 Wednesdays calls where we'll actually like take on another project and kind of start exploring it together and doing things like that. We'll be hosting a lot of the study sessions in there as well too with the VC. Nice. There's the Web3 Wednesday link. That's cool. And
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
and
have
there
to,
we've got development
we'll
channels
have,
for coding and all that kind of stuff.
awesome. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I like to blabber.
No, the blabber is good. I was recommended that we should have Ninit on maybe for a separate episode and dig in a little bit, maybe we can have Prometheus and Ninit on at the same time or something, Noah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that might be valuable. Something like that. Probably start with like Shadow, something decentralized computing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Badass.
That's
I
great
like
stuff.
Look at that.
I'm glad you brought up
Meta-pollination all the way
Web3
around.
Wednesday, Omka, because I was gonna mention it like 1.5 seconds after you did, because I think
Yeah,
is
I
even more
thought of it.
prominent than GreenPill, maybe. Yeah.
We'll have to get like
Yeah, I thought
a
it.
metagame on Web3 Wednesday as well.
100%. I think that should be the goal.
The
I
perfect
did
example of
MetaShield.
cross-pollination.
I did
MetaShield.
MetaShield this event within it that had yours and Jade's face on it for GreenPill to come here. So it felt
I love
really
it.
like wait a minute, who am I showing to where for what? This is awesome. But yeah, I thought
I
of
love
Web3 Wednesdays because you mentioned Coconut Network, and we also had Coconut on here on Townhall a while back, and they were also part of MetaFest a few times.
Which is
We
also the
are
second wasabi he mentioned. Not the first, but the second one for Coconut Network. Coconut with a K. So it doesn't get confused.
You that's wasabi's just not a name I would think I'd have to worry about multiple people taking on. But
Yeah.
here we are. That's
Wasabi,
ironic.
man.
and yeah, if
Still
you
never
guys do
tried
have
it.
some more,
What?
Like real
What?
wasabi.
Oh yeah, like
Oh,
you've had like the horseradish.
Yeah, I've had the
It's
horseradish.
I mean it's good. It's like significantly harder to manage. You have to like make it fresh. But,
yeah,
Sounds
that's
cool.
true.
yeah, that's like the main
It
thing.
is.
It loses its
it is.
taste like very quickly once you grind it. Like the,
You gotta get that fresh root and get a shark fin to grind that shit down.
yeah,
Worth it.
100%.
That'll be on the agenda. We'll have a event where everyone can try that. It's a public good. Make wasabi a public good.
That'd be fire. Make new first time life experiences a public good.
Yeah. That could be a good public good.
Yeah.
It'll operate like Pizza DAO. We'll just like host parties and see how much people can.
Dude, I got so much
Eat
free
wasabi.
pizza in Denver. It was actually a crime, Loki.
Like
Wasabi is a public good.
we'll have like competitions. The representative from whatever community that can eat the most wasabi in one sitting gets like quadratically matched for their strength.
Wasabi and chilling chilies.
We set up a SQF that's happening during the competition, and the last person standing is still getting a stream. Everybody else, it taps out. You know, when you can't handle enough wasabi, we just stop your stream.
And they say we don't know how to gamify Web3.
Sounds like a game to me, man.
That's killer. That'd be fun.
It would be
It would
in GeoWeb with SQF to kind of see how people that are present on location are receiving a stream for witnessing the art gallery or something that's there.
Yeah, for sure. We're that augment model. We're excited to see, like, put everything on chain so you can transact, make like location claims, make IRL sort of interactions a thing. So IRL transactions and interactions bring them on chain as a real thing. So yeah.
Tokenized interactions.
Not too dystopian.
Yeah. Tokenize every bit of me and put me on chain. Free me from the shackles of capitalism, as they say. Yeah, no, not that crazy. It's the whole end of the spectrum right there.
It's all about balance,
Awesome.
in my opinion.
Yeah, they're crushing it.
Jose, what's up with this little wandering IRL icon on your thing? Is that like a status? Is that something I'm not hip to? I don't know. Something new. Swipe status. Right now, I'm wandering IRL. Okay, cool. Drinking that juice.
Yeah, that was the first thing I messed around with when I joined the call.
Yeah, Time Ed's got the in the zone.
Yeah, it's all about one
Gonna add,
IRL, in my opinion.
gotta add me a status. Let's see.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. It even beeped like a little game. I'm watching stuff. Awesome. Well, this has been a really great call. I appreciate both of you, all three of you coming on and sharing stuff. 3 people, kind of 4 different projects in a sense. That's pretty awesome. GreenPill, Ninit, SQF, GeoWeb, they're all kind of intersecting, combined.
That's what I'm saying, man. Very packed a lot in. Like, it's very efficient. That's great.
Yeah,
They're interlocked.
everyone interlocked. So yes, if you still want to jump on GeoWeb and need some help with that, I'll be sticking around for a little bit, and I will, send me a DM. I'll drop you some seed to be able to help cover that. Maybe I will actually bridge a little bit of seed.
Did he
to
cut out? Is that
optimism
just
thing.
me?
Did I cut out? Am I still here?
I hear you now.
You're
That might have been
definitely-
me.
Discord's been kind of cutting me out this whole time, so luckily I'm not the one recording today because that would have sucked. But thank you, Graven. Thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you soon.
Yep. See you in the metaverse. Thanks all. See ya.
Thanks, man. Peace out.
Thanks for recording, Co.